up, what up, what up? I know it's been a while since we dropped a video. Reason being, it's a lot of people getting into the boxer game right now. And you know, with that, it's a lot of people creating content daily and weekly. And you know, we just kind of felt like, not that we felt like we don't know how to create videos, but you know, it's people out there giving out, you know, some free game. You know, so we kind of just been not really on top of it like that. And we watched those videos as well. And that's the reason for today's video, because I'm tired of seeing, you know, people put out information that's not, I wouldn't say that's not true, but it's only what they have experienced, you know, and that's his life. You know, someone is just going to give you information or advice based off of their experiences, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. So you know, we didn't been up and down with Amazon full time for a couple months. We didn't deal with some bad dispatchers, and now we done found the right dispatcher, you know. So I think that's what it's all about, you know, when it comes to dispatching, is finding a good dispatcher. So that's what today's video is going to be about, is the truth behind the dispatching for box truckers. We're going to get right into it, and I'm going to just start off with the dispatch game is I don't want to say it's saturated, but everyone is getting into it, because think about it. Someone tell you can sit at home and make 5 to 10% off each truck, and all you got to do is call and book a load. Easy money. You make, you know, I don't know how much they make weekly, but you know, you make a nice little, you know, passive income off that, or full-time. That could be a full-time job. You know, so, and then people take a dispatching course for, I don't know how long it is, maybe a couple of days, maybe a week, a month, I don't know. And then, you know, all of a sudden they're dispatchers. So that's what I'm seeing, you know, right now, is a lot of people just saying, you know, I dispatch. And there's nothing wrong with, I'm not knocking nobody, you know, like everybody, you gotta, you know, get your feet wet, you gotta, you know, build your clientele, you know, you gotta, I understand you gotta grow your business as well. You know, so I'm not knocking nobody, no dispatchers, no new ones or whatever, you know, but I see a lot of people just saying that they dispatch, and you know, they may not be grossing you or getting you as much money as you can per week, you know. And I'm in a couple of groups on the Facebook. I think like a couple of box truck groups on Facebook, and I see a lot of people, you know, saying, commenting that, hey, I need help dispatching, I need a dispatcher. And a lot of dispatchers on there, you know, they drop their name, they drop their email, and you know, they carry a packet or whatever. And I don't want to say that a good dispatcher isn't in these groups, you know, dropping their info, because they probably can be. But I would say 7 times out of 10 that these are probably new dispatchers that are trying to, you know, get their name out there or build their clientele, or, you know, their fleet or whatever. You know, so the first thing I would say to watch out for when it comes to dispatching, this is just my personal opinion. Dispatchers who charge a weekly rate. Dispatching works off of, I mean, it works however you want it to work, but normally it's like commission. You know, they get a percentage of the load, which is normally 5 to 10%. All right. So if you book a job, if a dispatcher books a job for $1,000, then they get either $50 to $100 off that load. All right. Being a dispatcher, that's working off commission. If I'm working off commission, I want to find you the highest paying job. That's my goal, so I can make as much as well. People who charge a weekly rate, let's say if it's $350 or $250, I just seen like $350, somewhere around there. No matter how much work they do, it could be bare minimum. It's kind of like a salary job. If you're working a salary job, you're not going to bust your ass when you are guaranteed pay. That's just how I look at it. You know, so those weekly rate dispatchers, and I could be wrong, but like I say, this is my personal opinion. You know, if you're charging me a weekly rate, I don't trust that you are giving it your all. I don't trust that you are finding me the best loads, because you already got your money coming in. I feel like, you know, you may just be finding me something here and there to keep me going, but I genuinely don't think that you are out here busting your ass to make me top dollar. Because those dispatchers who charge 5 to 10%, they gonna bust their ass because they doing it for themselves as well. So that's the first thing I don't like about the dispatchers. Secondly, I don't know what y'all grossing per week. Okay, I don't know what y'all grossing, but I have dealt with dispatchers. I always ask, how much can you gross, or what are your box trucks, averaging per week? I know it's hard to give a flat number or accurate number, you know, so I just asked for just a range, and I didn't heard 2,000 to 3,500. I didn't heard from a dispatcher. One dispatcher I done heard 3,000 to 5,000, and I've done heard we try to get you $1,000 a day. That's the dispatcher that I connected with. So I asked that, you know, just based off to, you know, kind of compare and see, you know, what kind of work are you bringing in, or what work can you bring me? And like I say, if you haven't experienced a good dispatcher, all you would know, or all you would go to think that this dispatcher was getting you, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 a week or 5,000 a week. You think that may be good, which it may not be bad. You know, everyone's situation is different as far as expenses and stuff like that. You know, so it may be good for your situation. You may not be going long, you may not be going far. So it's a lot of factors into it as well. So I don't want to just say, you know, a certain amount per week is good or bad. That's not up for me. You know, that's not, I'm not to say I'll be all on that. But I do like to ask, like I say, you know, how much are you averaging your box trucks a week? Just to get an idea of, you know, the volume of work that you have. And, you know, if you are working with a dispatcher and you're getting, you know, 2,000, 3,000 a week, I believe you should be making more, especially if you're going over the road. If you're just trying to stay in certain states, so like certain sides of the country, then I understand. But if you're willing to go anywhere over the road, I believe you should be grossing 5,000 and above, easily, 5 to 7K. You know, so another thing I had on that. Oh, another thing with these dispatches as well. Yeah, I may be all over the place, but I didn't think about the video. I'm just kind of talking. I'm just, you know, trying to wing it and go with the flow. But another thing with these dispatchers is some dispatchers they charge you like a startup fee, like, you know, $150 or $100 to get started and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that, I guess, you know. But I've dealt with some dispatchers where I paid $150 or $100, and you know, it's not a vending machine. It's not like, okay, I gotta pay you $100 in order to get started. Like, yeah, that's what you're charging me in order to dispatch for me, but realistically, it don't really cost for you to dispatch for me. And like I said, I'm not knocking that, but I kind of don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, are you worth the $150? Like, what if I just give you $150 and you gross me some bullshit? You know what I'm saying? And I just wasted my time, my $150, all for you to get me $2,500 or $3,000 in a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't even know your level of work in order for you to just give you $150. You know, so, and I just feel like a lot of people, not saying that's an easy come up, but you know, they just go out here saying, yeah, $150, $100, and you know, it's kind of like you paying this for some bullshit, you know. So that's something I don't like about these dispatchers as well. Another thing is, a lot of dispatchers, a lot of people in general, use the same load boards, which is DAT. I think it's 123 load board, truck stop. Some people have access to Selectus. You got TQL. It's other load boards out there as well. And I think, you know, that's what makes a good dispatcher is their connections and, you know, the volume of work they have and the options, you know, not just these main load boards, because everyone is on these load boards all day long. I believe that's the number one load board, DAT, is what they push, you know. So I don't know how you can gauge if your dispatcher, you know, I'm sure that, you know, like, I've been asked the dispatcher before, what load board are you using? And, you know, they say, oh, we use DAT and 123. That right there to me is a red flag, because it's like, I can do that. You know, I'm paying for something that I may not have access to or that I can't do. You know, so that's something to, you know, kind of look out when you looking for dispatch services. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, how much are you grossing, or how much are you averaging weekly? What load boards do you use? You know, do you charge weekly? Do you charge percent? You know, stuff like that. And another thing when it comes to the percentage, okay, some people charge 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%. I done heard some people say 10% is too much. Put it into perspective, all right? Don't look at the percentage of it. Look at how much your dispatcher is getting you. If you're getting me $3,500, $4,000 a week at 5%, I mean, that's okay. That's not bad. But for extra 5%, they can get you another $1,000 or $2,000. So now you're getting 5% or 6% of 4,000, or would you take 10% of 6,000 or 5,000 or 7,000? You know, so don't just look at a percentage and be like, nah, that's too high. You know, because I believe a good dispatcher, if you work the 10%, I don't mind paying it. I pay 10% now. I'm not complaining because the loads are good, and I'm not gonna discuss the amount that we're grossing weekly right now, because, you know, we kind of just got on with this dispatcher a couple weeks ago, and I want to give you guys a full 30 days straight, you know, because I'm the type to believe, like, I'm the type where I want to give you the most you can make. If you work 30 days straight, this is how much you can make. And that's another thing about people numbers, about how much they're grossing, is they're fabricated, okay? When someone is telling you, you know, how much they gross weekly, you gotta ask, well, how many days a week did you work? Did you work Monday through Thursday? Did you work Monday through Friday? Did you work 3 days and then you asked to be back home? You know, did you hold a load over the weekend? Did you stay in certain areas? You know, it's a lot of factors into how much someone is grossing per week. You know, so, and that's the thing that they don't tell you. You know, they just say, yeah, we gross, you know, $7,000 7,000 or 4,000, okay, but how far did you go? You know, so I want to give y'all, this is the second week straight, like going anywhere and everywhere. And the first week, no, this is the third week. The first week was kind of, we just did Monday through Friday. Second week we did Monday, held a load over the weekend. And right now, you know, we're kind of just going wherever the money is, you know. So in 30 days, that will be the first and only video that we show about how much you can gross. Only because I don't really like people in my business about how much I'm making and stuff like that, you know. But just to give you guys an idea, you know, of how much you can make, or how much you probably should be making, or, you know, you can look at what you're making and then, you know, maybe, you know, see what you're doing wrong, you know. So that will be probably about 2 or 3 weeks. That will be the first and last video of how much we gross in a month. And I think I had one more thing. Yeah, I think that may have been it. Oh, this is it. There is no key to finding a good dispatcher. Alright? There is no, hey, yeah, you know, you just call somebody. Like, you have, I believe that you got to go through a couple of dispatchers to find the right one, you know. And I heard some people, they have multiple dispatchers at once. Nothing wrong with that, you know, more options, I guess. We just work with one dispatcher. I don't need to work with nobody else. And that, we found this dispatcher after dealing with a couple of bad dispatchers, you know. So look on, I found this dispatcher on Indeed.com. And, you know, I believe in vibes. Like, when I talk to you, if I feel your vibe out and you got a cool vibe, then, you know, all right. But some of these dispatchers, they just get to just talking, you know, like, just get to talking. They just, you know, just, yeah, like, feel a vibe out. If it don't feel right, you know, then 9 times out of 10 is probably not going to be right, you know. So you may got to go through a couple of dispatchers, but don't be content, you know. For those of you, you know, like I said, I don't know how much you're making or what your situation is, but don't just be content with one dispatcher. Don't be afraid, you know, to just call and inquire or check, you know, hey, how much I'm grossing, or, you know, even you can even, you know, set up with a dispatcher and, you know, still work with your dispatcher. You can sign on with another dispatcher and just see what kind of loads they send you. You don't gotta accept them. You know, you don't gotta take these loads, but just see what kind of loads they're sending you, and then, you know, you can kind of be like, okay, well, this person got better loads than this one, or the rates are a little bit better, you know, because you don't want to just look at the rates, you know, like, yeah, this is a big. That's gonna be another video. We're gonna say that for another video. If y'all got any questions, you know, about anything else, about box truck related, drop it in the comments. If I missed something, or if, you know, you guys kind of took offense to what I said, correct me in the comments. Don't be, you know, you don't gotta be a dick about it and do the most. You know, you can, it's conversation, you know what I'm saying? This is everyone bouncing their ideas and their experiences off of one another, so we can all win. You know, that's what it is. You know, each one teach one. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video. I'm not the type to say like, subscribe, because I don't care about that. You know, if y'all find the video helpful, cool, leave some comments. If y'all got any questions, y'all want any more videos, I am not a veteran in the game. I still learn myself. You know, we still go through things, and we're gonna put out a couple more videos that we think may be useful to y'all. Well, like I said, if y'all got anything specific that y'all may want to know about, we done been through it all. I feel like it, you know. So leave some comments, and yeah, stay tuned to the next video.